Hello. I'm here to talk about religion and spirituality. What does spirituality mean to you? Are you religious? Are you agnostic, on the fence? Are you atheist? I hope not. Because there's definitely a God. And there's definitely an afterlife. And I believe that those who have an aversion to religion don't believe in certain little aspects. Let's take, for example, Christianity. And first of all, if you're a Christian and you're a good person, that's great. But if you have a little bit of questions about what you're told to believe, that's okay too. And I think that's why I'm here. To hold the hands of those who are questioning their faith. Okay? Just because you don't believe that, for instance, there's a hell, doesn't mean you don't have faith. Just because you don't believe that Jesus is the only Son of God, that's okay too. You could still have faith in an limitless and loving God, and that you have a soul. You are a soul. You don't have a soul. You're not a human who has a soul. You are a soul who's come into a human body to have an experience. All God wants from us is for us to have an experience and to come back and share those experiences. Now, when it comes to religion, the short and sweet of it seems to be like, if you're bad, you go to hell. If you believe in these sets of beliefs, you go to heaven. And the common person wants it to be that simple. And that's why we see people just going to church to make sure they don't go to hell. But there are a lot of religious people who have good hearts and are here to make life better for others. But pretty much for me, the only thing from the Bible you really need to know is that you need to treat others how you would like to be treated. The golden rule, it all comes down to that. And all these extra beliefs can be toxic. For example, God is male. That's not fair. How can an almighty, limitless, infinite being be male? I know it's silly. Some people may say, oh, that's just a technicality. That's just old language, them saying he for everything. Well, yeah. But we still do it. Not we, because when I speak about God, I call it. Star Wars fans call it the Force. God is the energy that's in everything. Okay, here's the other thing. That's just not right. And it's funny because there's this new movie on Come Sunday about a pastor, Carlton Pearson. He was like a mega church pastor, and he ends up saying that there's no hell. And then all of a sudden, no one wants to go to his, no one wants to see him speak. He's kind of shunned and whatnot. Because it's unfortunate for the Christian churches out there. They're kind of stuck. And they have to keep saying the same things. They need to evolve. Again, if you're a Christian and you're a good person, that's great. And I want to hold your hand. If you have any questions, and things just don't seem right to you, that's okay. So this guy Carlton Pearson says there's no hell. I've been saying that to my friends and family for a while now. That's the reason I am no longer a Catholic. I don't have all the answers, but I know for a fact there's no eternal flames. You're not cast into a hell for eternity. What happens after you die is there's a life review. You know, your life flashes before your eyes. You actually have to experience what you've done. So if you were bad and you did bad things to people, when you die, you're going to have to feel those things that you caused to you. You know, the big question is, you know, they say you want to think that Hitler is in hell. You want to think that. But pretty much he had a long review. Really long review. Because he had to experience what he did. He has to experience it. If people thought of it that way, you would still want to live a good life, right? The idea is that the churches scare you into believing what they want you to believe by saying, if you don't believe this, you're going to hell. That's kind of whack. Okay? Okay, another thing is Jesus. Okay? Jesus was one of many spiritual masters. And even he, if he came back, he would be like, what is going on? Why are you guys only talking about me? And why are you guys only praying to me? It's enough. I mean, I appreciate it. That's probably what he would say. Because while he was talking, he was saying that we are all children of God. And we are here to make heaven on earth. Jesus wouldn't have been like, okay, you sinned, you're going to hell. No, he would be like, you sinned, how can we work on this? Okay? While you're here, how can you not do those things again? That's what it all comes down to. And one more thing. You can have personal experience, personal connection with God. You don't need a priest. You don't have to go through a priest. Okay? It's like a middleman. Don't get me wrong, there are many priests that have the right idea. They want people to live good lives, and they are there to help. But I think it takes away our power. It says that you can't look within and have that connection. So, anyways, this is my first little blabble. You know, I don't know if you know me, but I do videos and stuff, and I'm a little meticulous and a perfectionist, and I'm like, I can never just sit in front of a camera and go off. I need to have something written down. Well, I do, and I'll end with that. But if you want to talk about what you're going through, if you're raised religious and have questions, you know, talk to me. Radiantblessings.world. Go there and set up a reading with me. I'll go. We'll talk about it all. Okay? I'll end with this. Our soul, our internal guidance system, knows its power. And deep down it knows the truth. And the more connected we are with this intelligence, the more balanced we are. on the spiritual scale. Okay? And for those atheists or agnostics, the ones that only believe in science, guess what? Science is starting to prove the existence of a soul and afterlife. Look at near-death experiences. Okay? Look at children's stories of past lives. We have a soul, so don't believe that it's just we live once, you die. There's no YOLO. Okay? This personality only lives once, but your soul is eternal, and you need to honor that. Thank you. RadiantBlessings.world. Check it out. Peace.